Welcome back to another edition of Scrapbooking in Belize. My name is Dawn, and today we'll be doing a card. Today we'll be using this amazing designer paper pad that I found at my local craft store here in Belize. It's from Stylex. It's A4 sheets and it comes with 24 decorative sheets. Different designs. We have cupcakes. We have colorful polka dots. We have this beautiful black and white floral design. We also have these pink stripes. It comes with this other floral design. I like this. Black and white anchors. Black and white stars with some gray tone. Pink flamingos, and this is going to inspire me to finally do that beach card I've been threatening myself to do. This lovely brown and pink print here. Today we'll be using this apple print that it comes with. I also have another floral print. I like these basic vintage design, and it comes with these diamond, almost like a coral red color with diamond texture. So today we'll be using it, and we'll see how we can make an amazing card from this. Today we'll be making a basic 5x7 card, and I'm using Bristol board. You can basically buy Bristol board from any local convenience store here in Belize City, and I've scored it 10 inches long and 7 inches wide. And as you can see, I cut it and I scored it in the middle, and then so it could have a 5x7 fold, and this is a basic A7 card. So let's put it together. To have a more uniform look, I'm using this matte sheet that I've scored and cut at 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and this is just going to give me a small 1/4 inch margin around my card. I've also took the designer sheet and scored and cut that at 4.5 by 6.5, and again, beautiful 1/4 inch margin. And I've took another piece of colored Bristol board and scored and cut at 2.5 by 4.5. For this demonstration, we'll be working first with the smallest piece of Bristol board that we have here, which is 2.5 by 4.5, and I'm using my Gina K Design inks. Now these are my stamp pads, and I'm using this flowery stamp, and all I'm going to do is stamp it all around. Just make random stamp marks. Now I have my piece all ready to go in my stamp positioning tool, and I made this stamp positioning tool myself. At the time I couldn't get a Misty, which is the best stamp positioning tool out there, I suppose, and I went on YouTube and I found a tutorial how to make a stamp positioning tool, and I did this myself out of plexiglass hinges and hard cardboard that I found at my local craft store, and it works. I got some magnets. I have a piece of metal in there, and it really works. So now I'm just going to be putting my stamps down. I like to make sure, and I'm using a stamp positioning tool so it looks more accurate. And it's just wonderful little piece, I'm just gonna say, you are fabulous. Or should I go, you brighten my day? Okay, so we're gonna pick it up. I realize that the word says brighten my day, I love, but I am not going to be using the I love. I'm just going to be using you brighten my day. So I'm going to show you the little trick how I use when I want to shorten a phrase on a stamp. So I'm just going to pick it up. You just make sure it's nice and thick, and see, it picks it right up. I'm using the Versafine Onyx Black. This is a pigmented ink, and we're just going to ink it up there. And here it's going to be a little tricky because I'm only going to ink in the part that says brighten my day, because I'm not going to ink up the part that says I love. And I have a piece of some stamps there. I'm just going to clean that up real quick so it doesn't transfer onto my paper. And we're just going to press that down with my stamp positioning tool, and it should transfer. Didn't transfer all that good on the U, so we're going to do that again. And that's why I choose to use a stamp positioning tool, so that if the U doesn't come out too bright, I could always just re-ink. Put a little more force into it. These right there, yes. And now we're going to do some wet embossing right here. And again, I'm using, this is from the Martha Stewart embossing kit, and I'm using her Ebony black powder. Just gonna put this, I've already pre-prepared this piece of paper here, scrap paper here. Okay, just gonna dump off the excess. Okay, and we're almost done. So now I'm just going to preheat my heating tool and heat it all up. Stamp tool is all heat up. My heating gun is all heat up, and all I'm going to do now is melt the powder on. Just be careful of your... Okay, so I'll be putting it together with the Studmark double-sided foam adhesive tape, and I'll also be using the Milan double-sided clear tape. I enjoy using these. The Milan holds very strong, and the Studmarks, I love the fact that the Studmark is only about a 1 centimeter foam thickness, which is kind of nice, especially it doesn't make the card look too bulky. So how we're gonna do this is gonna first peel the Milan off. I like to do a little bit of measuring the stuff that I'm going to be doing. Open up my scissors and then cut. To make my tapes have some form of longevity, I like to cut it into half. Put one in there. And the other in here. And now we're going to put on this piece, and we're going to be using our Studmark foam tape for this. I don't think I want to cut it into half just about yet. I'm just measuring up to see how much of this I'll use. The trick with the scissors is, especially if you're going to be using tapes like me, try to use one scissors only for tapes. Don't use multiple scissors for tape. Get one scissors and use it for tapes alone. That way, because the tapes does leave on the adhesive residue, as you notice when I first started I had difficulty opening it, it will do that to all your scissors. So you don't want to ruin all your scissors. So you just get one scissors like what I do, and I use it for my tape, and the adhesive residue is only on this scissors. So now we're going to put it all together. So now let's put it together. Okay, we're going to take off our tape. And because it's double-sided, it sticks on one side and it leaves the little strip on the other. I just like to make sure it's all the way down. Yeah, flip the ends up. and you take it off. Now Milan does sell the running tape, which you can use. I just prefer using these double-sided adhesive tape because they have a much stronger hold than the tape runner, but most card makers use tape runners. I just prefer this version instead. I like that very, very strong hold. The tape runner does allow you to re-stick if it's not stick properly, but this is so strong that once you stick, it's stuck. You can see. And I do have my 1/4 inch, my 1/8 of an inch margin. And that's why I cut it only, I'm sorry. I know I said a 1/4 inch, it was 1/8 margin that I was leaving. Excuse me again. I don't necessarily live in the city. So you will hear a lot of noise. I presume my neighbor is doing some kind of renovation. And I'm gonna put it in. You see how sticky that is? And I just like to line it up and put it down. And now for my, and the reason I use the foam tape is because I want to have a little bit of dimension on it, especially this piece. And this is the last one to go down. And we're gonna line that up roughly in the middle and there. We're done. Thank you so much, and join me next time for another edition of Scrapbooking in Belize. Bye.